listening to socialtv.co.za with myself, Nokuthula Khwela. In our top stories, KFC Ad Hope and KFC customers raised 10 million rands for Gift of the Givers, and increased connectivity will help diversify the South African economy. Starting off with our first story, KFC South Africa is passionate about feeding a future with more purpose and bucket loads of good, and with a strong belief that together we can create a recipe for good for all. Many South Africans feel that same resilient spirit of Ubuntu. After initially committing 5 million rands to Gift of the Givers at the beginning of December, KFC asked their customers to partner with them to add even more hope, and the call was met with an absolute yes. Just by adding 2 rands, 5 million rands was raised during the month of December, which coupled with KFC's donation means a total of 10 million rands will go towards the Gift of the Givers. Every day, KFC Ad Hope partners with over 130 non-profit organizations that form a part of the Ad Hope Beneficiary Organization Network and serve over 30 million meals to children in need annually. In addition to that, Gift of the Givers play a pivotal role in the ability to access rural and remote areas not necessarily covered by other NGOs. Their overall credibility and dedication in the purpose space is directly aligned to KFC's Ad Hope's own values. The 10 million rands donation to Gift of the Givers will go towards vulnerable children feeding projects in the Western and Northern Cape, while also supporting the provinces of Limpopo, Northwest and Mpumalanga, where it will be used to lend support to areas where it is most needed. Moving on to our next story. Over the past 10 years, South Africa has been dealing with an economic and growing unemployment crisis that has placed the country in a dire situation. There is a growing need for economic development. However, in the past, the mining industry has been the major economic driver of a country that was once the biggest economy on the continent. However, the sector has faced significant challenges over the past 2 years, forcing President Ramaphosa to reiterate that we need to move towards a diversified economy. In the wake of the COVID-19 pandemic, the world is becoming increasingly digitized in order to address some of the main challenges caused by the pandemic. In South Africa, this has traditionally been a problem. However, the government's desire to increase public access to spectrum and the various initiatives launched by the private sector to increase for as little as 5 rand a day is an indication that the country is also on track to increase its connectivity. It is estimated that 3 in 10 South African high school girls miss a week of school every month due to not having menstrual health products available. Now One Cape School is equipped to move forward with this worry thanks to sanitary pad vending machine that has been supplied and stocked for learners. Last year, upon recognizing the need for improved access to sanitary products in the Mitchells Plain area, the Liberty Promenade Mall took on the challenge to make a difference. Through partnering with the O Graceland and Menstruation Foundations, a solution was found. Together, these organizations handed over a vending machine which has been installed in a bathroom at the Glendale Secondary School in Rocklands, Mitchells Plain. The vending machine, sponsored by Liberty Promenade, will be stocked up monthly to ensure sufficient supply to cater to the needs of the 600 female learners throughout the year. Learners will be provided with tokens to access the pads at no cost. This way, their monthly cycles will be one less thing to worry about between the reality of learning, exams, and other teenage stresses. In our final story, to many, a professionally done haircut is a mere regular grooming exercise, but to the hundreds of underprivileged schoolboys in the Cape Flats, it has become one of the reasons why they can't wait for schools to reopen. As the schools reopen, and with the stress that comes with the cost associated with stationery and uniforms, the Cape Coloured Congress, CCC, has offered relief for parents by giving free back-to-school haircuts for boys. A haircut on the Cape Flats costs between 40 rands and 60 rands depending on the area. However, to many households, this means an added burden on their daily expenses. From Manenberg, Hout Bay, Lansdowne, and Steenberg to Friedenberg, the initiative saw long queues of boys awaiting their turn for a free haircut. The initiative started in Steenberg, Hout Bay, and Friedenberg recently and is expected to spread out to other areas. To recap our top stories, KFC Ad Hope and KFC customers raised 10 million rands for Gift of the Givers. For more CSI news, you can visit our website at www.socialtv.co.za.